Very, very proud of our team win in terms of, we played fantastic defense. We capitalized on opportunities on offense and protected the football and we dominated in the special teams game as well. So extremely proud of our guys, in our short 2 years here, that puts us at 6-0 against top 25 teams, 3-0 against top 10 teams, and 2-0 against top 3 teams. And this senior class has a lot to be proud of, especially with those statistics. Going on the road where we haven't done as well, certainly as at home, and we got to play better on the road, and I think our guys know that. And we're playing a really good football team. Memphis is, I think a lot of people might have thought when the quarterback, was drafted and they lost some players and their coach that they might take a bit of a step back, and they certainly haven't. They're very well coached. Coach Norvell has done an unbelievable job there in just his first year, and we're going to be in for a very challenging morning, especially in their stadium, their senior day, the whole nine. It'll be a big challenge for us.
Take questions for Coach Tom Herman. Please star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
The first question comes from Dan Tortora at wakeupcalldt.com.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm great, Dan. How are you?
Doing well. I had Commissioner Mike Oresco on the show about an hour ago discussing his frustration with teams such as yourself and everything that you've done, the body of work, everything you mentioned in your intro. Just what you can say as a coach, knowing how much work this team has put in and these wins that you've gotten, and this year against 2 teams in Louisville and Oklahoma that definitely state your case, just how you respond to this as a leader of the team.
Stating our case for what, Dan? I'm sorry, I don't know what.
For the college football playoff and some of the, the outside looking in. Mike was on the show discussing that he felt Houston deserved an opportunity to state their case when it comes to like the college football playoff and whatnot. So I just wanted to see what you thought on that.
Yeah. I think, it's, I can understand the commissioner's frustration. Certainly, I think, for whatever reason, that losses in some of those other conferences are forgiven much easier than they are for us. And I'm not sure why that is. We didn't play very good against SMU and didn't deserve to win that football game. And but the last time I checked, there's only 2 undefeated teams in the country right now, and winning every game is really hard. It's pretty much damn near statistically impossible when you look at 128 teams each and every year, and you wind up the regular season with 1, oftentimes 0, that are undefeated. And so, not sure why losses, especially, I see some teams in the top 25 that have multiple losses to unranked teams, and yet, we've beaten 2 third-ranked teams, 2 different third-ranked teams in the country, and yeah, we didn't play well on a couple different occasions, but I'm not sure why they get the same forgiveness or get that kind of forgiveness and we don't. So, but it's again not for me to understand. I've never understood any of that, anyways. Our job as coaches is to get your team ready to play each and every week.
And when you look at all the conversation from the outside looking in about you going somewhere else, you being on a different team, to state the importance of building Houston's program and what you can say about your care for the program. There's always going to be rumors when coaches do well for their team. So just what you can say about how much Houston means to you and how much this program means to you.
Oh, it means everything. It's been so rewarding and fulfilling. It's been exhausting too, but just to know that we've changed the culture, not just of a football team, not just of a program, but an entire athletic department, an entire university, and really an entire city in terms of the way it views its hometown college football team. That is very very gratifying. And to know that we've been able to give these players some things on the field that they may have never experienced is very gratifying. But the most gratifying thing that we've done in our 2 years here is I think we've built better fathers and better husbands and better employees, and I'm very proud of that.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Dan. You too.
Thanks.
Do you have any other questions for Coach Herman? Please star 1 on your telephone keypad if so.
The next question comes from Teresa Walker at the Associated Press.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, Teresa.
Good morning. Coach Norville says this morning that his quarterback, Riley Ferguson, if the game were today, wouldn't be able to play. Obviously,
would or would not? I'm sorry.
Would not. Would
Okay.
not play today. When you're dealing with a situation where the quarterback's health is in question, do you prepare for Memphis with Ferguson, or you look at what they managed to do without him on Friday night at Cincinnati, and how much of a difference does Ferguson make to that offense?
Well, he makes a difference in that, he's the starter for a reason, and any time, by definition, the backup isn't quite as good. And so, he's a really good player, having a great year under Coach Norvell's system. And so I think you always, but it's not that big a difference in terms of the way that you prepare. It's not like, one guy is, 6'6", 250 pounds and doesn't run, but has a cannon for an arm. And then the backup is 5'10", 185 pounds and can run like the wind. They're very similar. The backups in Stewart and Moore are very similar in terms of physical, tangibles and measurables, if you will. And so really doesn't change the way that you prepare at all. And you prepare as if Riley were going to play, and understand that if he doesn't, then the offense isn't going to change very much.